The scope of this project right now is the demolition and renovation of the western addition of the building, which used to be a bank, if you're familiar with the building. That portion of the building is going to be turned into a food pantry. That's what the ARPA funds were for, and that's pretty much our legal obligation. In addition to that, we're going to be putting an ADA ramp and a lift in the front of the building so that the public can access the upper deck. And we're going to be creating some offices for a couple of town departments that we're hoping to have in there next summer. And we're hoping to be having a generator in there. We have to just do our vetting of the bids this week, and we're looking to get a contract out, and we should have a general contractor under contract before November 12th. I know there's probably a lot of discussion about this building. I know the senior center is planning to move in there. We are looking to do some flooring updates so that we can have some classes over there. We're hoping to have them over there in the next month or two. Again, just have to get some flooring changes in there that's appropriate for the classes they want to hold there. There will be a larger renovation as part of future CIP projects that we'll be doing to move the senior center in there full-time. Construction's set to begin January 2nd. We're looking at substantial completion sometime in July.
But you'll see that this comes to a total $5.2 million. We do have roughly $2 million remaining. The bids came in everywhere from about 1.8 with no alternates all the way to about $3 million, if I remember the price sheet, a little 3.5.
The base.
So we did bid it out with a couple of alternates that we would like to see.
If I had a perfect world, I would prioritize the senior center, any work on the proposed senior center, over that of any other department besides, of course, the regional food distribution center, which is what the ARPA funds were approved for. Just personally, if I don't know if we had to have a chance to vote on this again or anything. We already approved I know there was other departments included in that. For me, like, my impression was the senior center was kind of like 1A, and one was the regional food bank, and then other departments were kind of gravy.
We actually did exactly what you said, because it's accessibility, building the ramp to get inside the building, making sure that the elevator works, right? That is prioritizing it. It is. So our number one priority was the regional food distribution and working that. So that's part of that. Number two was making sure our seniors could get into the building effectively without a lot of stressors. So at the end of it, I think that's where the money, a lot of it's going in building that ramp and making sure that they have access.
Mike, could you refresh my memory? What was the last estimate we had on Allen Ave when we were looking to do this project at Allen?
$7 to $10 million.
$7 to $10 million. So we're doing all this work with the ARPA money. Hopefully, might need some extra, but the bulk of it with ARPA money.
Extra.
But even if we have to exceed that a little bit, we won't be exceeding it by double. We won't be going up to $10 million.
First of all, I think it's a great question, and to folks, first, the $5.2 million came from the ARPA funding, which came from the federal government, and it had no impact from the taxpayer, other than it was taxpayer money that generated that fund, and we all recognize that. $5.2 million, you have now a working building. I don't know that at $5 million we would have had at least a working, functional building that we could be operating from over at Allen Ave. We'd still be putting more money into it. So at least you're getting a facility now that can serve the community and work in the community, provides a great location. It's centrally located. The seniors are excited about this. We're excited about working with Hockomock Y in this food distribution from that central location as well.